Why are some people so revoltingly smelly and are unaware of this? Nose blindness is a thing. Just like how smokers don't know they stink, unwashed people don't either. Nose blindness. A lot of people get used to their own musk. It's wild. It wasn't until I got called out for it that I started making an effort to shower every morning, open my windows at home, clean my sheets every week, etc., to make sure I don't unknowingly stink. Do you always smell other people, or did this just start recently? I'm asking because when I was pregnant, yeah, woman shrugging, light skin tone, combination of nose blindness and also they don't care. I train martial arts and some people get really sweaty and rank, where it gets on me as well. I think some people know they smell, but think it's just a bit even if it's really rank. Some people think it's natural, which it is, but it's incredibly offensive. I avoid those training partners. Why do these people not have an awareness of their smell? Your mind blocks the constant smell after a while. If you stink long enough, you don't know that you stink. Why does no one close to these people say anything about their smell? Rather obviously, there is no one close to these people. I think your disgust stems from the belief that they know they stink and yet choose not to do anything about that. I am skeptical that anyone would choose to do so, since being stinky is viewed with such stigma. As you note, more likely, they don't know or lack the ability to fix it. There's tons of reasons people might smell, e.g., depression, just being old person smell is a thing, etc. Years ago when I was working at gas stations, I did overnights at a small 24-hour truck stop. There was a lady who'd come in once or twice a month at around 23 a.m. She worked from home, something where she wore a headset and was on the computer. She'd bring in a tote bag and fill it up with drinks and snacks, then check out while making some small talk. After she left the parking lot, I'd have to grab sanitizer airspray and go around every part of the store she was in because she smelled loud. She did look clean. Hair wasn't greasy, etc., but it was so bad. It would linger for an hour or more. I always kinda thought that she worked from home and only came in the store when it was empty. Indicated that she knew she smelled. I dunno, there's this one lady at my work that always smells like laundry that didn't dry. I can't take it. I hate that smell. I really like her though, and I don't have the heart to say anything. I see other people talk about nose blindness, but also people close to them may also be used to the smell already. Depression is often a big thing. People may appear functional and normal but often struggle with daily living tasks. Their hygiene perception can change and even doing simple tasks becomes a big struggle. When my sister had really bad depression, she smelled strange. Medications is another thing. Some people may sweat funny scents because of their medications, and even trying to cover it up with deodorant or perfumes may make it worse. They could be clean but struggling to get rid of the odors. It would seep into their clothes and can be very difficult to get rid of. I work in a customer-facing role, and the smell that comes off people's bodies and out of their mouths makes me gag sometimes. I have to discreetly cover my face and take a few steps back to catch my breath. Our smelly patients primarily come in two categories: older people with older, incontinent pets who make their clothes, house and body reek of urine and feces. Older patients, usually men, who have recently lost their wives and are suffering from depression and the inability to care for themselves and their laundry since they spent 40+ years having their wives take care of those responsibilities. One of these patients said his adult children cut him off until he was capable of cleaning himself properly. At first this was sad, but then he started going off on fat phobic. racist and homophobic tirades, and we realized this was probably why they cut him off. Both situations are sad, but it still baffles me that they can't or won't smell the problem themselves and try to take care of it. I was at a casino last night and someone walked by with the worst body odor ever. It was like he never showered. It was the kind that lingered, it was so pungent. I have read persimmon soap can take care of old man smell. I recently started a new medication that alters the way I smell. I didn't realize until my partner straight up told me I stink a little now and need to shower more. Here's a fun tidbit. I used to work in the flavoring industry. Operations side. We did a couple workshops with the flavor designers. And they had us smell ourselves between tests because everyone has a natural smell. But we don't smell it ourselves because we're used to it. Those people are the same. They smell themselves daily. So they don't smell it. My biggest fear is that I stink and no one will tell me I do. I used to have a friend that couldn't smell nothing. She had some disability or something. Sometimes she had a crazy bitter armpit smell surrounding her. Like burning nostrils level stank. Never had the courage to tell her about it. Sometimes people have medical conditions where parts of them are literally dying and they can't control it. Sometimes people just stank. Not sure the cause. Some people are on medication that can make them smell terrible. But they need to be on that medication or serious things happen. I had 2 kids like that in my school who smelled completely rancid, but it wasn't their fault. Maybe there's nothing they can do about it. Worked in a grocery store and there was a woman who stunk up every molecule of air in 10-foot radius. I almost wanted to kick her out. 3rd or so time she came through. I had to help her. She was kind and polite, and tangentially she explained that she was being treated for cancer. I can't remember where the cancer was. But it was basically in a spot that caused loss of bladder control. So she didn't have much control over the fact that she smelled like piss. I got over myself and just dealt with it. I could shower until I literally burned my skin. I'd still smell on a hot day. I got bullied by family into using prescription deodorant, and guess what? I stank an identical amount. There was literally zero change. Leave some of us alone. We legitimately can't fix it, and it's not a hygiene issue.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.